Are you searching for a deeper understanding of your faith?
Inspiring Philosophy is your go-to resource for exploring the rich tapestry of Christian thought.
From biblical archaeology to philosophy of mind, we dive into the topics that matter.
Our content bridges faith and understanding, offering insights into God's existence and the reliability of the New Testament.
Join a community where faith meets reason and discover the answers you've been seeking.
Inspiring Philosophy, where faith meets understanding.
I'm sorry, Master, but I must go all out. Just this once. I don't like you, Muhammad. Dawa boys, you've left me no choice. Bible's been corrupted, that's your go-to line. But you claim the same book, prophesize your sign, twisting every scripture, faking all the quotes, hiding all the facts, trying to keep your boat afloat. Without lies, Islam dies. Perfect preservation, yeah, that myth got wrecked. Worldly Quran don't even match the text. Used to flex science, now you backing away, cause camel embryo facts don't hit the same today. Got the Islamic dilemma, you can't solve that. Every answer you give makes the problem snap back. Say the Bible's corrupt, but your own book cries. Bibles are Allah's words, they can't be revised. If Allah's words can't change, then your claims are fraud. You just argued yourself against the word of your God. Injil's secret book, that's your mystery prize, but the Quran said Christians should judge by it. Lies, then your crew pull muted like it's just a game. Ruined the life and trashed a man's name. All that dawah talk, but when truth appears, you vanish from the chat like it hurt your ears. Without lies, Islam dies. Can't hide truth, can't spin those lies. Without lies, Islam dies. Dawah cries when the facts arise. Without lies, Islam dies. Can't hide truth, can't spin those lies. Without lies, Islam dies. Dawah cries when the facts arise. We follow Jesus better, sure in your dream, while cutting out his claims like you're cropping them mean. Crown off his head, toss his cross in the bin. They smile for the camera like you're still his kin. Jesus was a Muslim, cute little twist. Redefine the word so the facts don't exist. If labels could change what the records prove, if Pharaoh was a Yahweh fan and Judas stayed true, Muhammad in the Song of Solomon, boy, you made your prophet a fruit. Snuggled up with Solomon and came the man of Ozu. Without lies, Islam dies. Can't hide truth, can't spin those lies. Without lies, Islam dies. Dawah cries when the facts arise. You preach perfect text, but the proof ain't there. Half wash, even your readers don't care. Call the Bible corrupt, but still quote it loud. Trying to find Muhammad just to please the crowd. Song of Solomon, yeah, that's a flesh effect. You just wrote your prophet in the Solomon's bed. Then the man of Al-Zu came riding through all night long, and you say that's true. Jesus was a Muslim, the word plays dead. By that logic, Pharaoh bowed his head. You twist, you spin, but you can't disguise that every dawah claim is built on lies. Without lies, without lies, without lies, without
All right, I'm live. Welcome, everyone, to our Thursday call-in stream. Try to do these every week to give non-Christians a chance to come up and debate me directly. And I wanted to do the topic of Muhammad in the Bible. So, yeah. I see, for example, Riman Salman in there right now says, is this only for Muslims? That's the idea, but no one's in the queue. So if you want to come up right now, I'll talk with you first before Muslims start coming in. Tends to be they come in, but they don't come in for, half hour or so from what I remember. So you want to come on in, just come on in. We'll have a conversation. If you're watching on TikTok, I can drop the link in the comments, but you know how it is with TikTok. TikTok's kind of stupid. But so if you want to join the StreamYard link, it is there. You can also come on over to another platform like, I don't know if I'll say because TikTok gets mad, but you know, the main place for videos. And grab the link, come on up, and you can come on up and we'll have a conversation. So yeah, whenever you guys are ready to start coming in, queue is open. I'm more than happy to talk. Big Carnage 8887 says, what do you think of the argument that the Bible doesn't teach homosexuality as a sin? It's only referring to a man and a boy. Have you heard that? Yeah, I've heard that. No. So that's not what's going on in Leviticus, for example, like 18, and I believe it's also 21. But the real issue is the New Testament, like 1 Corinthians 6, for example. And they'll go, well, that's just talking about that. Well, those words that Paul uses can refer to those relationships, but you also have to remember Paul is getting the language from Leviticus, the Septuagint version, which just condemns homosexuality outright. That's what's in Leviticus, very, very clearly in there. So that's what it's doing there. Paul is not just talking about that type of relationship. He's also talking about homosexuality generally, and he's drawing from Leviticus for that. So that's not how that works. So I hope that helps. How do you respond to Isaiah 42? I will get to that hopefully today. If any Muslims want to bring that one up. If not, I got a great video here from Cora the Explorer we can play. So, yeah. Of her trying to use Isaiah 42, and it was pretty bad. But yeah, we'll get into that here. So let me some of you guys jumping in the queue. It says devices not connected. So you got to connect your devices. It's telling me there's no mic attached. So you need to get some. So go into your StreamYard settings at the bottom, click on the gear, get that fixed. Rimmon, how you doing, man?
I'm good. So
Good.
there was a
You're
video.
wait, real quick. You're not Muslim, but you're like atheist or something. What is it?
No, I do believe in God. But do you remember I was in your other live stream and about why you're not a Christian?
Yeah. Vaguely.
That was me.
It's been a while since then. Sorry.
All right. So there was a video a long time ago done by a Muslim, and he uses critical thinking of the Songs of Solomon. Do you want to watch it?
Yeah. So wait. Do you have the arguments he uses?
No, what he does is he does it for the sake of argument that, let's say, the Songs of Solomon does predict Muhammad, but then he goes into the crucial factors. Do you want to watch it? Because I got it on my channel.
How long is it? Because we're not going to watch like a 10, 20-minute video or something. If it's something short, sure.
5 minutes and 15 seconds.
Yeah, if you want to pull it up, well, that's fine.
Okay. Hold on. Sorry.
It's fine. I'm going to do this super chat real fast. Hey, IP, are you the Tung Sahur Accelerate? No, I'm none of this. I have no idea what you're even saying here, man. Neo-libertarian phalangist? No, I'm not. So I don't know what is this, is some sort of weird inside joke, but I'm not tracking with you, man. So yeah. When you're ready, man, go ahead and share your screen. I will put that video up and we can talk about it. But yeah, it's sounds like a bunch of, I've done a lot of stuff on Song of Solomon, and it's just nonsense. Your live is not eligible on TikTok for recommendation and restricted in search because it's unoriginal and unreproductive. Why is TikTok the worst ever?
This is why I left TikTok, because it's too stupid and sensitive.
It is. It's like I'm literally doing a live right now. It's me talking. And it's like, this is clearly unoriginal content. You're the worst. All right, so this is the video.
Yeah, do you want to, should I play
You
it?
just hit play.
Can you hear it?
Nothing yet.
Huh?
I cannot hear anything now.
Hold on.
That's fine. Let me find it on your channel. Can you just drop the link in the private chat and I'll just pull it up?
Okay. Hold on a minute.
Yeah. Muhammad in the Bible song. You just drop it in the private chat and I will put it up there for us.
I got it in the chat.
Gotcha. Perfect, because yeah, I can just play it on my side. So here we go. Now, can you hear that?
I didn't make this video.
I can tell. It's bad. It's already bad. Many Muslims have cited this specific verse from the Old Testament as a prophecy of Prophet Muhammad. Presenting an honest, I'm turning off the music. I'm already annoyed by the music. We'll just play it without it. So this just text the Muslim argument. Now, this is a Muslim making this argument. Okay, so right then and there, we already got problems. He's not mentioned by name. That's complete nonsense.
No, he's saying that other Muslims make this argument, but he's doing this for the sake of argument. Do you get me?
Yeah, is he going to refute it?
Something like that. Because I had to find this video.
So then what do you want from me then? Like, I'm confused. Like, if he refutes it, like, what do I have to do?
Just want your thoughts on it. That's all.
Okay, well, I mean, like, it's just absolute nonsense. I mean, this Hiko Mamet Takim Wikulo Muhammadim. This is not how you would introduce a proper name with Wikulo in front of it. So obviously, the Muslims don't know Hebrew grammar. As Muhammad was not in Jerusalem at the time, then the author could not have referred to him. Well, it's not even a prophecy. On the other hand, just for the sake of it, we'll admit that yes, Muhammad is mentioned. Okay, well, that's pretty dumb. But let's take a closer look at the context, not the historical context, but the context of the same chapter. Then you decide. Here comes the boring part. We're reading the verses 16. So you want to blah, 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 blah. Okay. Listen and read along with me. It's crucial that you pay close attention. All right. Paying close attention here. Yeah. So this is talking about the lover. I've drunk my wine. Okay. Well, it's not Muhammad if he's drinking wine, because you got a problem right there. Can't be Muhammad who's drunk wine. Already a problem. So yeah, this is just the verse itself. I'm going to speed this up since we were just going through the passages. So this is him just putting the verses all on the screen. I'm just going to skip here to the end. He says, now you know this is a love letter. Read it online. Pay close attention to the entire language. Let's read again. 5:16, but this time, let me back that up. Let's read it again, but 5:16. But this time, let's assume it's really talking about Muhammad, as some Muslims claim. His mouth is sweetness itself. He is Muhammad. That's not. It wouldn't even make sense in the Hebrew grammar. Like that's. So are Muslims who claim that the name of the prophet belongs in here, saying that the lover in the letter is Muhammad? Yes, that's exactly what they're claiming. This is I've heard them say it. Is Muhammad the lover who says, I've come into my garden, my sister, my bride I've gathered, drunk my wine? You get that stuff. This is exactly what Muslims are claiming. Yeah, Muslims are claiming this. They just reinterpret everything so it's like metaphorical language. So, yeah, this is exactly what Muslims try. They try this crap all the time. You're muted, by the way. But, yeah, they're very much of the idea that, they reinterpret it all to be metaphorically about Muhammad, even though it makes absolutely no sense.
And the Songs of Solomon is a love poem between a husband and a wife, right?
Yeah, it's Solomon and the bride, specifically. And that she's describing her lover, but they would say it's somehow a prophecy of Muhammad, which is stupid.
I don't know if the erotic is the right word.
It's very erotic in there. Yeah. Especially in chapter 5. It's very erotic.
And you can go read this whole verse 1. Actually, I think it's verse 2. Let him kiss me with the kisses of kisses, for his kiss is more sweet than perfume itself.
Yeah, I mean, the best way to refute it, though, is that the word is Mahmadim, which is a plural word, and you don't make words plural out of respect in Hebrew. So if it's literally a name Muhammad, it means there's multiple Muhammads, because that's what that means in Hebrew. It's a plural word. So there's no way to get around that it's talking about a prophet.
But then again, if, let's say for the sake of argument, is Muhammad, then we should replace that word from every verse in the Bible, like God is going to destroy the Muhammad of your eyes.
Yeah, the word Mahmad shows up in Ezekiel to refer to Ezekiel's wife, treasures. I mean, yeah, it's an absolute joke. No scholar even takes this seriously, but Muslims still push it like it's in the book Abraham fulfilled. And yeah, I can't understand how anybody can even take this one remotely serious. But Muslims are desperate to try to find Muhammad in the Bible, so this is the kind of crap they do. It's convincing the people that want it to be true, but that's about it.
This is called the Islamic prophecy dilemma.
Yeah, the biblical prophet dilemma is what I call it.
Also, they say he's mentioned in, I think Ibn Ishaq. You know Ibn Ishaq?
Ibn Ishaq, yeah.
Yeah, right. He made the famous argument that he's mentioned in the Gospel of John about the Comforter.
The Comforter, the Paraclete. Yeah, it's again complete nonsense because John 16:7 says Jesus is going to send the Comforter. So if the Paraclete is Muhammad, then who sent Muhammad? Allah. Who sends the Comforter? Jesus. So by that logic, Jesus is Allah. Yeah. So it's all bad. And there's no good case to be made. Their best case is Deuteronomy 18:18 if they just divorce it from the context. But like there's no good arguments for Muhammad in the Bible, really. That one is so bad because you just got to read it in context.
But if you read Deuteronomy 17:15, it says, "You shall not set a king over you that is not an Israelite."
Yeah, it's got to be one of the brothers who is an Israelite. Can't be a foreigner. So brother is a phrase that used to refer to Israelites. Yeah, absolutely. So
then they will touch on Esau. I mean, you shall not hate an Edom. I don't know if they use this argument, but you shall not hate an Edomite, for he is your brother.
So yeah, I brought that up in my video on Deuteronomy 18. Anytime the use of the word brother in Deuteronomy, unqualified, it refers to an Israelite. There are like 2 or 3 places it's used to refer to Edomite, but it's specifically qualified as the brothers of Israel. That's it. That's the only place to go to, and that doesn't include Ishmael, so it doesn't work. But yeah, does that answer all your questions?
Yeah, I mean,
okay.
I'm not Muslim anymore and stuff, right?
That's great. That's always great to hear. We hope you become Christian though soon too, because getting out of Islam is the first step, and then getting into Christianity is the next one.
Yeah, because I did say I left Islam because of Muhammad and Aisha's marriage.
That's good. I mean, it makes sense. It's a horrible, evil thing he did.
Then Muslims would point out prophets in the Bible, like David did this and David did that. David committed adultery and murdered unalived a man unjustly. But then again, you would say David is not a role model for Christians.
Absolutely not. No. We don't have this idea that prophets commit major sin, that prophets do not commit major sins in Christianity. We very much believe that they do. And that is why that's not a problem. For them, it is a problem because he's their pattern of conduct, that he can't commit major sins, so they have to defend it. And this is crazy that Allah is setting up somebody as the pattern of conduct who has sex with a child. Like, it's just horrible. But yeah, that's the big problem with it right there. But
I wish that one day my people would leave Islam as well.
That's what we're here doing, man. We're trying to get them out. They're going to get out of it. We just got to keep pushing.
My people, I mean, I'm talking about the South Asians in Pakistan, not India, but the country that was born in 1971.
What country is that?
Bangladesh.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, we'll keep praying for you and for them. We'll get out. We appreciate you coming, Riman.
All right. See you. God bless.
God bless. All right. There was a Muslim. I was just about to pull him up, and the moment Riman left, he left too. So I was like, okay, whatever. Oh, here's TikTok again. Your live contains themes that may find uncomfortable or restricted. Oh my gosh, TikTok, you are the worst. I don't get why TikTok does this stuff. You can't. Oh my gosh, it is the worst app ever. You can't say anything historical because it gets mad at you. It's like, no. I hate TikTok so much, man. I hate it. It's the worst app ever. But yeah, pray for Rimmon. Pray that he becomes a Christian soon because he has left Islam. So he's on the right path. He just needs to keep moving in that direction. So I will go through some super chats while we wait for somebody to come back up because there was a Muslim here a second ago and then he just left. So be patient, guys. I'll get you up. I'll get you up. To your knowledge, has anyone formulated a Sikh or Baha'i dilemma since they seem to affirm prior scriptures while contradicting them? No, but the same logic would apply. I mean, it'd be very easy to do. I mean, if they're affirming things like the Bible or the Quran, yeah, that's a problem for them. So you could in fact, I would suspect a Muslim would use that kind of logic and immediately their critical thinking skills would kick on and they'd be able to recognize that. But then when it comes to the Islamic dilemma, those go out the window for some reason. Can't have critical thinking skills when it comes to the Islamic dilemma. Can you explain Revelations 3:21 that Jesus says he is God? Yeah. Revelation, let me pull up Logos here. Revelation 3:21. Why is this taking so long to load? Okay. Revelations 3:12. The one who conquers, I will make him a pillar in the temple of my God. Never shall he go out of it. And I will write on him the name of my God and the name of the city of my God, the new Jerusalem, which comes down from the God out of heaven, and my own new name. I don't see what the argument is here you're trying to say. Can you explain Revelations 3:12 that Jesus says he is God? I don't think that's the point of this verse. I'm coming soon. Hold fast that you have so that you know. That's not the point of this verse. But did you mean a different verse? Did you mean Revelation 1:12 maybe? I don't know. I'm not sure what you mean, man. When will you become Catholic and why aren't you? I can neither confirm nor deny if I am currently Catholic or am planning to. You don't know. You're assuming I'm not, are you not? That's on you. Jad, can you hear me? You got to unmute yourself, though, J-A-D, Jad. Jad left. Jad was here. Jad left. Jad is running. Davo, can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yep. Are you a Muslim?
Yeah. I just wanted to bring something to your attention.
Go for it.
All right. I assume obviously you've heard of Deuteronomy 18.
Yep.
And you know about the brethren problem.
Yep.
Yeah. So I wanted to turn your attention to Deuteronomy 2:4.
2:4. Got it. All right, let me put that on the screen for everybody. So let me put this up. So Deuteronomy 2:4. Yep. And he commanded the people, you're about to pass through the territory of your brothers, the people of Esau who live in Seir. What about it?
Yeah. So this kind of shows that non-Israelites can also be, they can be included in brethren.
Yeah, that was never the argument I made, though.
Well, that's the argument I hear from most people that Muhammad could not be the prophet because he is not an Israelite.
No. So, yeah, maybe Christians have not said it properly, but the actual argument I use is that the term brother, when it's unqualified in Deuteronomy, it always refers to Israelites. So this is a point where I've acknowledged everyone I've seen, like David Wood, God Logic, we've acknowledged it's used for the people of Esau because it's qualified. But anytime you just see the phrase or the term brothers, it's always unqualified. It always refers to Israelites. And let me show you what I mean. If you go to Deuteronomy 18 here, if you start in verse 15, it says, the Lord your God will raise up for you a prophet like me from among you, from your brothers. So right then and there, we're told in the context of verse 18, from your brothers means from among you, Israelites.
Wait, sorry, it kind of cut out for a second. Where else do you see this from your brothers means Israelite?
Sure. I'll go to Deuteronomy 24. I believe it's verse 14. No, it's 7. let me see here. Yeah, 14 is what I meant. So you shall not oppress a hired worker who is poor and needy, whether he is one of your brothers or one of the sojourners who is with you in your towns. As you can see, their brothers, again, is contrasted with non-Israelites, foreigners. We can go to Deuteronomy 17:15 as well. Again, same thing. So Deuteronomy 17:15, you may indeed set a king over you, whom the Lord your God will choose. One from among your brothers you shall set over you. You may not put a foreigner over you who is not your brother. So anytime you see the word brother in Deuteronomy and it's not qualified, it always refers to Israelites.
Sorry, what does non-qualified mean?
So there's not an additional phrase like the people of Esau. That qualifies the term brother to show that it's not referring to Israelites.
All right. I don't have anything else, to be honest.
No worries, man. Yeah. We'll pray for you. We pray you leave Islam because there's no evidence of Muhammad in your Bible or in our Bible. Even though Surah 7:157 says you can find him in there, which means the Quran is false and you should leave that religion.
Okay. I guess I go now.
All right. Thanks, man. Thanks for coming up. JXFA, are you there?
Yeah, my name is Jaffa.
Jaffa. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good. So you're Muslim?
No, I'm Christian, but I was Muslim. I'm ex-Muslim.
That's good. What made you leave Islam?
Many things. I was on the journey, but I want to ask you, I was on TikTok last time and I talked to some Muslims and they showed me some contradictions in the Bible and I wanted to know what the answer is.
Okay, I'll give you a hand. Let me just say for the people on TikTok, they can't hear you as a guest. It's probably the TikTok studio. Let me try something, guys, on TikTok. Let me try something really fast.
Yeah, I was on TikTok too. I couldn't hear the guests and you.
Okay, hang on 1 second here. It's probably the TikTok studio acting stupid. So let me see if I can delete this source and re-put it in. So adding source. All right, say something, man. You there? Jaffa, say something.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, guys, I'm going to reload it's TikTok studio. It keeps doing this. So I'm going to reload the live. Just come back in a couple seconds. All right. So while we're waiting for that to reload up, we can just move on with what contradictions were you talking about? Man?
The first thing they told me was, like Jesus said that many people will come to call him Lord, Lord, and do many things in his name, but they're hypocrites. You know this passage. Mm-hmm. And then he said to the disciples, if you had faith like a mustard seed, you could cast out demons and move mountains. And he said, how can the hypocrites have more faith than the disciples?
Right. Seriously, that's what they are arguing?
Yeah, man. And then brought other passages up. But this was like the first argument.
So they said that hypocrites have... What verse are they citing?
I think it was Matthew. Wait, I can look it up. I wrote everything down.
It's Matthew. It's in Matthew 17:20. So he said, "Then because of you little faith, for truly I say to you, if you have faith of the grain of a mustard seed, you will say to this mountain, move from here to there, and it will move, and nothing will be impossible for you." So they're saying that contradicts Matthew 7:21.
21, 22, yeah.
All right. So Matthew 7, 21 to 22. So let me put this on the screen for everybody. All right. Yeah, not everyone who says to me, Lord, Lord, will enter the kingdom of heaven, but the one who does the will of my Father who is in heaven. On that day, many will say to me, Lord, Lord, did we not prophesy in your name, cast out demons, and do mighty works in your name? What's the problem here? I don't see the issue here. Do you see what I'm trying to say? Like, this doesn't make any sense, what they're trying to say. Jaffa, you there? Jaffa.
Bro, I can't hear you.
You can't hear me? Go back out and come back in, and you should be able to hear me. Yeah, but just go back out and come back in. It's probably something with your mic. If you were playing with it on and off, sometimes it does that. So go back out, come back in. I'll if you can figure that out, just let me put in the private chat. All right. We'll remove you for now, and when you get that figured out, you can come back up. Kafareen, are you there?
Kafirun.
Kafirun, how you doing? Are you a Muslim?
I'm still legally a Muslim, but I personally am a non-believer. Yes.
Okay. What made you leave Islam?
I find so many contradictions, but there are two stages of my non-believing. The first stage, I was, I didn't realize. I mean, I just found so many contradictions, so I thought this is just so outdated, stupid community, right? That's my first impression. Like that's like maybe 20 years ago, since I was a kid. So I was just secretly a non-believer.
Mm-hmm.
But I only found out in the last 1 year that it's actually not just stupid, but it's evil.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know about this until I read books by Raymond Ibrahim, Robert Spencer, right? I only came to know it like for the last 1 year. So that's my story.
That's good, man. What brings you here today?
I want to actually, your topic is Muhammad is not mentioned in the Bible. So I want to ask whether you have some kind of a proof or like Muhammad is really an Ismailite. I mean, a descendant of Ismail. Because I don't have anything to support that Muhammad is really a descendant of Ismail.
I don't have any evidence of it either. The Muslims just sort of assert it, and I grant it for the sake of argument, so we can talk about what the Bible says. They'll say he's an Arab, and they'll say the Arabs are descended from Ishmael, and they'll go to places in Isaiah where it talks about a relationship there, but it's highly speculative. So yeah, I don't think it works, but I'm willing to grant it just based on the way genealogical descent works, as Swamara shows. But I mean, I don't think it's a good argument regardless, because it doesn't even matter. The biggest problem is for them is going to be Genesis 17, which they tend to. Yeah, here, let me show you what I mean.
Yes.
Put on the screen here. So here it is. So, for example, a covenant comes through Muhammad in the Quran, but here in Genesis 17. So Abraham fell on his face and laughed and said to himself, shall a child be born to a man who is 100 years old? Shall Sarah, who is 90 years old, bear a child? And Abraham said to God, oh, that Ishmael might live before you. So he's saying, God, just let the covenant come through Ishmael. God says, no, but Sarah, your wife, shall bear a son. You shall call him Isaac. I will establish my covenant with him as an everlasting covenant for his offspring after him. As for Ishmael, I have heard you. Behold, I have blessed him, and I will make him fruitful and multiply him greatly. He shall father 12 princes, and I will make him into a great nation. So that's it. Ishmael's just going to be numerous. 12 princes will come from him. He'll be a great nation. Then verse 21 is the killer. It says, but I will establish my covenant with Isaac, whom Sarah shall bear to you at this time next year. So we are told flat out the covenant will come through the Isaac, the everlasting covenant, the permanent one. And that comes through Christ eventually, through Isaac. So there's no way a covenant could come through Ishmael via Muhammad. So the Bible outrules him, completely disqualifies him.
So in this interpretation, your interpretation and Jewish or Christian interpretation, the descendant of Ismail will never have the same line of like prophecy as the Israelite. Is it true?
Yeah, it will not. They will not have a covenantal line where God is going to deliver revelations through them. No.
So, so in your opinion, is it because Muhammad need like confirmation, like to its own follower that I am mentioned in their book, so you got to believe me, something like that? Is it
that's what Surah 7:157 argues, that we can find the unlettered prophet in our Torah and gospel, and we just cannot. It's complete nonsense.
And the problem is because this follower of Muhammad, they don't really have access, so it's kind of like a bluffing. You agree? It's kind of like they will not check anyway. They don't have access. Is it something like that?
Well, they have access to our Bible.
Yeah, because the way I watched several of your debate on Islamic dilemma, my own opinion is like it's more like a bluff. Yeah, it's, because if I imagine Muhammad say, see, everything that I reveal to you is true. If you don't believe, you can confirm with those people of the book. So something like that. It's more like a rhetorical bluffing. Do you get what my point is?
You're talking about what the Quran is saying?
Yeah, because it's just it's not really a challenge to do confirmation, but it's just a bluff. If you don't believe, you can confirm. That's my personal opinion. Not just. I mean,
I get where
you
you're
wouldn't
coming
imagine
from.
anyone will confirm, right?
Yeah.
Nobody will ever do such a critical comparison or something.
Yeah. So, are you a Christian or what are you now?
I'm still atheist.
Okay. What is keeping you from Christianity? Have you looked into that religion at all?
I actually went to Catholic school when I was young, so I know quite a bit about Christianity.
Were you raised Muslim but went to Catholic school?
Yeah, I was in Indonesia, but my parent is not too religious, so.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah. So why are you not a Christian? Is there a reason?
Yeah, in Indonesia, it's not really. I mean, I could, but maybe just let time pass. I mean, I will.
Okay. Will you try to go to a local church, attend, see if it works, see if you can connect with a local group?
Yeah, I actually have a few of my Christian friends, so maybe I will go through them. Yeah, through them.
Excellent. Well, we'll pray for you, man. We pray you come to Christ. We appreciate you coming, and we're glad you're out of Islam. That's an evil religion.
Yeah.
Thanks.
But my main okay. I think that's all I wanted. So, according to the Islamic dilemma, do you think it's just a kind of like a bluff to this?
I think Muhammad really didn't think he was a prophet. He really did think that what he was saying would be in line with the prior scriptures, but he was illiterate. He didn't actually check. He was going off what he was hearing from people around him. That's why he gets some stuff in the Bible, some stuff that isn't, but he just assumed he would be in line with them so he could say whatever he wanted. It'd be fine. And so, yeah, I think he just didn't expect the world to last much longer. I didn't think he'd have people scrutinize him in the way, and he just was so convinced he was a prophet. So that's what I think. Yeah.
Okay.
So, thanks for coming, man.
Okay,
we'll keep you in our prayers.
Thank you.
All right. I see Umar and Isa in there. You guys are next. Let me do a couple super chats here. IP, Lord willing, my presence on YouTube is growing decently quickly. Faith comes by hearing. Would love to join you on apologetics polemic panel one day. Continue the good work. Thanks so much, and keep up the good work. Keep growing, man. It's good to hear you're growing. Thank you, Randy, for gifting 5 Inspiring Philosophy memberships. Umar, can you hear me?
Yes. Hello. Am I
Excellent. Are
audible?
you a Muslim?
Of course, yes.
Awesome. Do you want to show me where Muhammad is in the Bible?
Okay, let me go to Isaiah 42.
Isaiah 42. You got it. All right. So let me put this up. I put chapters 41 and 42 up. So where do you want me to go in Isaiah 42?
Let's start from the beginning. 42.
Behold, my servant, whom I uphold, whom I've chosen, in whom my soul delights. I have put my spirit upon him. He will bring forth justice to the nations. Now, what is this? Now, my first question is you're gonna say this about Muhammad. What does it mean to have the spirit put upon him?
It is Angel Gabriel coming to him.
So Angel Gabriel is going to be like upon him.
No, he will, yeah. Upon him, he will send messengers, kind of messenger, right?
Okay, but it
Yeah,
doesn't
understand.
say that. It says the spirit of God is going to be upon him.
That's a Hebrew language, I think. That's the way they speak, but that's mean the angel will send the same way the angel was sent to the Moses or any other prophets. Okay.
You sure about that?
Let me tell you why this is talking about Muhammad, so then you can refute. Okay.
Well,
The
first I
first-
want to just show you something real fast. Let's just go over to Isaiah 44. It says,
Okay.
"I will pour my spirit upon your offspring and my blessings on your descendants." Is God going to put Gabriel upon everyone?
No, it's mean that the messengers come from his lineage, right? It doesn't mean everyone. It doesn't say every offspring. It is telling the messengers will come in his lineage. So there's no.
But you said when it says I'm going to put my spirit upon him in Isaiah 42, that refers to Gabriel coming to him. So here, the spirit is going to be poured out upon all of the offspring here. So is Gabriel going to be sent to everyone?
It doesn't say all of them. I will pour my spirit upon your offspring. It doesn't say all of them.
I will pour my. So here's what it says: "Fear not, Jacob, my servant, whom I have chosen, for I will pour water on your thirsty land and streams in your dry ground. I will pour my spirit upon your offspring." So it's talking about the offspring of Jacob, is it not?
Yeah, offspring, but not all of them, right? We know the messengers were from the lineage of Jacob, not
Does
from
it
the
say
Ishmael.
some, or does it say just unqualified offspring?
It doesn't say some, or it doesn't say all, but we can understand from the context it is talking about messengers come to his lineage.
Messengers come to his lineage, but it says he's going to pour out offspring
From his lineage.
Not on message.
Right,
It doesn't say.
all
Hold
of
up.
them.
Hold
Yeah.
up. It doesn't say messengers from his lineage. It says the spirit will be poured upon his offspring. Unqualified.
Yeah, offspring is the his offspring mean his children. So messengers came from his children. So he's talking about his land.
You
I
would
will
agree,
pour
though.
water-
You would
Yeah.
agree, though. It doesn't say the messengers among his children. Though. We can just agree on. It doesn't say that, right?
Yeah, but that's been according to my understanding, if the spirit come upon someone, he's the messenger. So that's
Okay,
what I
so
said.
what
It is talking about him. Yeah.
I will give you a chance to show me Muhammad in Isaiah 42. So go ahead.
Okay, so I'm telling it is talking about Isaiah 42 for a couple of reasons. First reason, he will bring justice to the nations. Nations are plural, so it has to be at least two nations. So second, he will for the covenant for the Gentiles. So it has to be some prophet for the Gentiles, not for the Jewish people. Second, third, so he will be a warrior. He will fight his enemies. Enemies will be defeated. So fourth point, he will come. Kedar will rejoice. Okay, Mount Selah will sing. So these all description fit only one person, that is Muhammad. So there's
So
no
you-
second candidate. Yeah.
You sure about that? So let's talk about
Yeah.
the first thing you said. He was going to bring justice to the. Actually, you do realize that this is not the beginning of the servant song, right? So the servant song starts in chapter 41.
Yeah, but that doesn't necessarily all the talking about the same servant, right? Even Isaiah 42, it is talking about two servants, right? One
Where
is,
does this? So hold up. Let's go up to verse 8 here, just so we can show the audience. But you, Israel, my servant, Jacob, whom I've chosen. So it says the servant is Israel or of Israel. Now you said it could be a different servant. So my question is between verse 8 and 42:1, where does it show it's talking about a different servant?
yeah, because Isaiah 42, if you go to the Jewish understanding, it is talking about two kind of servant. They are talking about one servant is a light, another servant is blind, right? So even if you go to Isaiah 53, you are You are saying it's Jesus. But if you go to Isaiah 42 and 51, 52, it is talking about someone else. It is talking about Israel as a nation.
Show me where it says that chapter and verse. Where does the verse starting in verse 8 when it identifies Israel as a servant, then switch and say that it's going to talk about a servant not of Israel?
No, I'm telling here because you went to Isaiah 41 and 40. I'm telling here Isaiah 40 and 41 can talk about different servant, but Isaiah 42 can talk about different servant, right?
I'm granted it could. I'm saying you need to now substantiate that. So give me evidence.
Yeah,
it's switching servants.
That's what I'm telling. So Jewish prophets came to the Jewish people, except one or two. I think only the Jonah who came to the Gentiles. But majority of Jewish prophets, except Jonah, all the other prophets come to the Jewish people. So here it is talking about someone who come to bring justice to the nations. So at least two nations. Second, he will be covenant for the Gentiles.
You have Jonah, you have Nahum, you have Obadiah talking about Edom, you have Daniel in Babylon. Okay, you also have Ezekiel, who does also prophesy about aspects regarding the Gentiles. You have multiple prophets sent to non-Israelites. So this idea it's just a couple, and even you granting just a couple shows us that it can be an Israelite. And again, the context shows it's an Israelite, or at least Israel. So again, you need to show me in between chapter 41, verse 8 and 42, 1, where the servant switches. Where does it happen? Where does the servant be told us it is not someone of Israel?
I'm telling here, from the context we can understand.
From the context, great. What is that context?
Prophet, because the Kedar and Selah is Arabia.
What did you say about Selah and Kedar?
Yeah, that is in Arabia, right? So if the Jewish prophet come to the Jerusalem, why these people rejoice?
Are you saying the prophet comes to them or comes from Kedar? I'm confused.
It's come to them, right? It's kind of.
Where does it say the servant goes to Kedar?
People are rejoicing, so they're rejoicing.
Where does it say? I'm going to ask again. Where does it say the servant goes to Kedar?
It says the people of Kedar are going to rejoice. So why they are rejoicing?
Because they're singing to Yahweh. It has nothing to do with the servant. The servant song it ends in verse 9. This is a new section. It has nothing to do with the servant.
Yeah, it's telling sing a new song. So Islam is a new song, literally. It's not all Hebrew song. So it's asking the people to sing a new song. So that even matches the Islamic message. Right? If it is talking about Jewish people, they are going to sing the old song, old Hebrew song. So when God is talking, they are going to sing a new song. It
doesn't say the servant's going to Kedar. Because you can't actually show me a place.
Yeah, I said it doesn't say.
Okay, so the servant doesn't go to Kedar. The servant is of Israel. The servant has his spirit upon him. So where is the actual evidence this is Muhammad? Because so far you've shown me nothing.
Yeah, I'm telling here, if the people of Kedar are rejoicing, that's indication the prophet is coming to them. If the prophet is coming to Israel, why they need to rejoice? That doesn't make sense.
So does he go to the coastlands too?
No, God's praise is going to the coastlands. His message is going for all the coastlands.
It literally says, you who go down to the sea and all that it fills, the coastlands and their inhabitants, let the deserts and their cities lift up their voice, the villages that Kedar inhabit. So why do you cherry pick Kedar and Selah, but you ignore the coastlands?
No, it says, sing a new song to the Lord. God praise, go for the sea and all the lands. It is the God's praise. So it's mean the people are going to praise because of Muhammad came to Arabia.
No, it doesn't. Doesn't say that. Nope, doesn't say that. Where does it say they're going to praise about Muhammad or a servant? Where does it say it?
No. I'm telling here, God's praise, go to all the coastland and all the sea.
I'm going to ask again, or I'm going to kick you if you don't answer. Does it say the servant is going to go to Kedar?
We can understand from the context.
Have a good day, man. He knew it does. The verse is right in front of him, man. He knows it doesn't say that. So he has to keep saying, but that's what I want it to mean. And again, he can't actually show the servant is a Gentile when it's clearly an Israelite if you just read all the servant songs. In Isaiah 41 and 42, it's just talking about Israel as the servant of God. And then it just says it's someone who's a remnant of Israel by the time you get to 49. But in Isaiah 41 and 42, Umar, the servant is just Israel at that point. Never once is it ever identified as a Gentile. That's just complete nonsense. You made it up. And when I called you out, you couldn't answer me. Momo Ding Dong says the only mention of Muhammad in the Bible I'm aware of is the chaff being burned in Luke 3:17. Very Islamophobic of you, sir. Very Islamophobic, but I'll allow it. I understand that I understand that is brother in your culture, but I reject that terminology. Well, you can reject it all you want. Don't care. Any recommendations on someone to watch for difficult passages in the Bible? Live in South Africa, and Africa thinks it's a white man's religion. Yeah. Talk about the Ethiopian eunuch in Acts, for example, clearly showing that it is not. And again, how could it be a white man religion if it starts in the Middle East? It's not a white man's religion. That doesn't make any sense. TikTok. No, why would you think? Why would you talk about that? Exactly. What do you say to Muslims who bring up the scientific evidence in the Quran by pointing out there isn't any? Quite simple. Real quick, back on this one. You got to just show them what the Bible teaches, man. It's not a European religion. Isa, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Are you a Muslim?
Yes.
All right. Can you show me where Muhammad is in the Bible?
Yeah. My passage is going to be Psalm 84:6.
Psalm 84. Okay. I'm going to put up Psalm 84 and I'll just read it here because it's a short one. All right. So, Psalm 84, how lovely is your dwelling place, O Lord of hosts. My soul longs, yes, faints for the courts of the Lord. My heart and my flesh sing for joy to the living God. Even the sparrow finds a home and the swallow a nest for herself, where she may lay her young at your altars, O Lord of hosts, my King, my God. Blessed are those who dwell in the house, ever singing your praise. So you said what verse?
Yeah, it's going to be 6.
Oh, okay. Let me keep reading then. Blessed are those whose strength is in you and whose hearts are on the highways to Zion as they go through the valley of Baca. They make it a place of springs. The early rain also covers it with pools. They go forth from strength. Each one appears before God in Zion.
Yeah, so
this is talking about pilgrims going to Jerusalem. What does this have to do with Muhammad?
Yeah, but it says it talks about a place where pilgrimage is going to be, and it says Valley of Becca, which is like Mecca in Saudi Arabia. And it also says we have a variant in the LXX. It says, for there the lawgiver will grant blessings. So it talks about a lawgiver that will grant blessings in the Valley of Becca, the Valley of Weeping, which is in Mecca.
So the first thing is that it doesn't actually say that. You're talking about the way it's translated in the Septuagint, but here you can clearly see it talks about rain. And that word that people translate as lawmaker, when it shows up in the Bible in places like the book of Joel, for example, it refers to rain. It doesn't refer to a lawmaker. So no, it doesn't say that. And it just says Valley of Baca on their way to Zion. Are you saying that people, because again, the destination is Zion. It's talking about pilgrims going to Zion. It's clearly in verse 7. So how can this be about Mecca when they're going to Zion, which we know is Jerusalem?
Well, first in verse 6, it says Valley of Becca, and then in verse 7, it says Zion. So it's not the same.
No. Well, I know Valley of Becca is not Zion, but it says that these are pilgrims in Israel going to Zion, and on their way, they go through the Valley of Baca to get to there. And there are balsam trees, which is what it's referring to most likely, in Israel. So this is not about people going to Mecca. And so, for example, Stephen Shoemaker said scholars are widely agree that Psalm 84 is a pilgrim psalm, giving voice to the experience of pilgrims to Jerusalem as they drew near the temple. He says that in Creating the Quran, page 110.
But Elcott's commentary actually says it's in Mecca.
Who?
Elcott.
Elcott. Who's Elcott?
Yeah, it's a translation in the Bible Hub.
It says that it's talking about Mecca.
No, the Valley of Becca.
Yeah, you're saying that somebody says this is Mecca in a commentary.
Yeah.
Who?
I have it in front of me, in the Bible Hub. Wait, let me just you go to Bible Hub
I'm on Bible Hub right now.
and go to the commentaries.
Okay, let me find those. I think this is commentary. Let me see. Oh, Ellicott is what you meant.
Yeah.
Hold up. Ellicott. Okay, where exactly am I supposed to read this is about Mecca? And by the way, this is a very old, outdated commentary. Very old. Now, notice what Ellicott says here. Do you see this on the screen? Let me put it on the screen for you. The rain that filleth the pools, the rain is the right rendering of the Hebrew word here appears in Joel 2:23. The rendering pools following the reading. So here it actually agrees with me. It's not about a lawgiver. It's about rain filleth with pools.
What? Can you just read it again?
It says the rains also fill us with pool. The rain is the right rendering of the Hebrew word here appears from Joel 2:23. So it's not about a lawgiver.
But are you saying the LXX version is wrong?
Yes.
Like it's. But how? Do you have a justification for that?
It doesn't match
your
the Hebrew.
reading. So Brenton's translation is wrong.
Yeah, well, he's just translating the Septuagint.
Septuagint
But
predates.
sometimes when the Septuagint translated things, it got things wrong.
Oh.
Now, where does it say Mecca? I'm looking at this. I don't see where it says Mecca in here.
It says wait. Somewhere it says Mecca.
No, it doesn't say Mecca here, man. Not in Ellicott's commentary. I got it on the screen, so unless I missed something.
Wait. I got it. Yeah, it's Cambridge Bible for schools and colleges. It says balsam trees are said to love dry situations, growing plentifully, for example, in the arid valley of Mecca, and this is clearly the point of the reference. So I have one.
Because of balsam trees.
Yeah, that's where balsam trees grow.
Balsam trees were in Israel.
What?
Yeah. Samuel 2:524 mentions balsam trees in Israel.
Daniel 2?
2 Samuel 5:24.
Yeah, but it also grows in Mecca. And
okay,
it's also
but so what? That does not mean it's Mecca.
But how do you know it's Zion?
How do I know it's Zion? Very simple. Let's just go back and read it. What does verse 7 say? Can you read that for me? It's on the screen.
They go from strength to strength. Each one appears before God and Zion.
That's why I know it's Zion. It literally says Zion.
Okay, does it say that the Valley of Mecca is Zion?
It says they're going through that to get to Zion. Mecca is hundreds of miles away from Zion. This is referring to an area they would go through on their way to Jerusalem in Israel. By the way, there's not a commentator alive today that would say this is about Mecca.
There is actually the KLN Delis biblical commentary on the Old Testament. It
What's the
says,
scholar?
wait, let me just.
What you said, Cambridge?
Kale and Delish Biblical Commentary on the Old Testament.
Kale what? So, spell it.
DELETZCH.
Delitzsch. Okay. Oh, Kale and Delitzsch commentary on the Old Testament. Okay. Now
it says resembling the balsam tree, which is very common in the arid valley of Mecca.
Bro, did you remember what I said? I said there's not a biblical commentator alive today. This was written in like the 1800s.
So is there anyone who supports your reading?
Literally every biblical commentator alive today will say this is referring to pilgrims going to Zion. I cited Stephen Shoemaker, for example.
Okay, but isn't it surprising that there's a variant and it says lawgiver?
It doesn't say lawgiver. You even Ellicott's commentary, which you cited, says it refers to rain. And either way, the lawgiver would have to be on the way to Zion.
Can I just connect this to Song of Solomon? Because it says it also says Valley of Becca.
Song of Solomon talks about balsam trees, which are in Israel.
Okay, go to Song of Solomon, chapter 6.
Song of Solomon, chapter 6. Okay.
No, just let's just start from 5.
You got it. All right. So who's talking here in verse 1 and verse 5, or in chapter 5?
It's Solomon.
Okay, so great. You're absolutely right. It is Solomon talking. So I came to my garden, my sister, my bride. I gathered my myrrh with my spices. I ate my honeycomb with my honey, drank my wine with my milk. Eat, friends. Others say, eat, friends, drink, and be drunk. Verse 2, I slept, but my heart was awake in a sound. My beloved is knocking. Who's she talking about here? Who is she talking about?
You're saying the beloved is a girl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. I'm saying no. The bride is a girl. The beloved is Solomon.
Okay, but that's not the argument.
Okay, so we're reading the psalm, though. We're just getting basic agreement here that this is about that this is Solomon and the bride, right?
Yeah, and I think Christians say that this is like a love story between Christ and the church, right?
Some have made that argument, but in its most literal understanding, it's literally just a love between Solomon and his bride, basically. Most literal understanding, that's what it is.
And Jews say that it's talking about Israel.
Yeah, some Jews have said that, God's love for Israel, yeah.
Okay, let's just go to verse 10.
Verse 10, okay. So we've agreed, though, that's the conversation, okay. So verse 10, she, my beloved, a.k.a. Solomon, is radiant and ruddy, distinguished among 10,000. She's talking about Solomon. What about it?
Yeah, Prophet Muhammad is like radiant and ruddy. And when he conquered Mecca, he had 10,000 men. It's also...
You've already agreed, though, this is about Solomon. And by the way, so what? Like the Hebrew word for 10,000 is often used for a general term of multitude. See this in like Leviticus 26:8, Judges 1:4, 3-29, 1 Samuel 15:4. Like there's multiple groups that had 10,000. That were divided into groups of 10,000, like Persian immortals, ancient Greek mercenaries, even Civil War units. Like, so what? King David is said to be among 10,000 in 1 Samuel 15:4, 21:11, 2 Samuel 18:3. So what?
Well, it is translated as 10,000.
So
it also means 10,000. So
okay, and are you literally saying that anytime you see 10,000 in the Bible, it's with reference to Muhammad's army?
no, that's not the argument.
Right. So but that's what you just argued. 10,000, therefore it's Muhammad. You need more than that, is our point.
Yeah, that's just a cherry on top.
Okay, so then how do you know it's about Muhammad? Because you couldn't do it with Psalm 84. So can you do it here?
Yeah, because it's describing a person and literally, like, it fits Muhammad.
But you've already agreed this is the beloved is Solomon, so she's actually describing Solomon.
Yeah, we don't make the argument that it's like talking about literally describing. It talks about Solomon, but in a spiritual way, it's talk about Muhammad.
Where?
So we can
How?
make the connection there. Like from verse 10 to 15, it talks about if it's the prophet, and in this verse 16, it uses Muhammadim, and it's literally it says Muhammadim, and it's in the Hebrew it says Mim Hat Mim Dalat, which is the root for Muhammad.
The word is Mahmad, and it's in plural. Are you saying there are multiple Muhammads?
No, you know what I'm going to make? Like, it's in Genesis 1:1. God is Elohim. So it's not multiple gods. It's just a plural of majesty.
No, it isn't. That's false. Elohim is a concretized abstract plural. It's a word. It's a plural word, but it's used singular. There is no evidence in Hebrew names are ever made plural out of respect or plural of majesty.
Oh, you said, but this is talking about Solomon, so Solomon must be plural.
No, because I'm not saying
Yeah,
Solomon's name
yeah.
is there. Or it says his mouth is most sweet, plural. He is altogether desirable. We kulo makmadim is what
Which
it
is
says.
a connection to Haggai chapter 2, by the way.
Show me this says Muhammad. That's what you said. Stop
I
trying to run
said
to Haggai.
I said it's the root word for Muhammad.
Is it his name or not?
No. I'm just saying.
Okay, so it's
that
not his name.
It's like a typological. For example, when you say Hosea 11:1, it says Netzar, and Jesus is called Nazarene, so you can make that typological fulfillment. So we can
If
make
it's a
that
typology, you're saying that there's an Islamic pattern you're planting on top of the text. You're finding patterns, but that's not actually evidence. This is literally talking about Muhammad. That's you starting with Islam and then reading a pattern on top of it.
But like everything just connects, and the other passage it says, "Where has your beloved gone?"
No, hold up. But we're not moving to any passage. We're staying on this one. Is this literally predicting Muhammad, or is it a typology?
Like you could say that it's predicting Muhammad, but like it's a good verse to use.
Is it predicting Muhammad or not?
Yes, it's predicting Muhammad.
So then it's it's not a typology then, according to you. It's a literal prophecy. So how do you know this is Muhammad if you admitted it doesn't mention his name?
No, it mentions the root of his name. For example, you don't have even Jesus' name in the Old Testament.
That's never been our argument, man. We've never made that argument. We accept typology, what Matthew is doing, for example. Okay, we're not actually saying that places like Hosea 11:1 are literal prophecies of Jesus. You're trying to say this is a literal prophecy of Muhammad. I'm trying to make you actually show that, but you're not showing me that. You're just saying, but it's a typology, but it also isn't.
Yeah, I can. I'm just saying that you can make connections to other verses, like and in the next chapter it says that the beloved is gone to the valley of Becca, which is in Psalm 84 also. How can this be
Where is my
coincidence?
beloved, O most beautiful? My beloved has gone down to his garden to the bed of spices, to graze in the gardens of graze. It doesn't say that he gone to the valley of Becca. Where are you getting that from?
No, it says, wait a second.
It does not say it. Well, she's gone to the
Balsam
valley
trees.
of Becca.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It doesn't say. Wait. Just find it.
By the way, I got this commentary up now. The commentary you mentioned, biblical commentary of the Old Testament, Volume 4. Is that the one you're talking about that mentions Mecca?
What?
Remember for Psalm 84, you mentioned that commentary of Clark?
No, not Clark. It's Kale and Delish Old Testament commentary.
Yeah, that's the same thing, basically.
Okay.
I think it is, but it doesn't actually say that it is Mecca. It says it's just very common to Mecca.
But in what I'm reading, it says it's a connection, like in the Bible Hub.
It was not in Bible Hub, man. Anyway, where does Valley of Becca? Where is Valley of Becca in this?
It says, verse 2. Can you read it?
Yeah. My beloved has gone down to his garden, to the bed of spices, to graze in the gardens, and to gather lilies.
Okay. Wait a second.
Mm-hmm.
So it's actually when it says to his garden. Wait a second.
Trying to find evidence of Mecca in Bible Hub. I'm not finding anything here.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like it's a connection to the garden, like grows in balsam trees. Like you can also make the connection to here.
Hold up. I think I found what you were talking about finally. It took me a little bit here. So in the Vale of Shittim, or acacias, took its name from the trees which grew. Balsam trees are said to love dry situations, growing plentiful, for example, in the arid valley of Mecca. And this is clearly the point of the reference. The valley of Baca, where some waterless barren valley through which pilgrims passed on their way to Jerusalem. But faith turns it into a place of spring, finding refreshment under the most untold circumstances. So it agrees with me. It's a pilgrimage to Jerusalem.
No.
It also doesn't say Mecca is the referent. It says balsam trees are the referent. So balsam trees are said, and they grow in Mecca. And then it says this is the referent, the balsam trees. It's not saying Mecca is the referent.
Wait, let me just read what I see right now. It says, resembling the balsam tree, which is very common in the arid valley of Mecca, and therefore might also have given its name. So it's literally saying it's like it is very common in Mecca. Like
yeah,
it could be
they're
Mecca.
saying there's balsam trees there, but they still agree it's about a pilgrimage to Zion.
But we do pilgrimage to Mecca.
So that's not what Psalm 84 is talking about. That's the problem.
Well, wait. I found something. Look, Cambridge Bible for Schools and Colleges. It says, balsam trees are said to love dry situations, growing plentifully, for example, in the arid valley of Mecca. And this is clearly the point of the reference.
That's what I just read to you. The balsam, the commentary is saying the balsam trees are the referent, and they grow in Mecca. So you're confusing the object.
it says literally Mecca is the point of the reference.
No, it isn't. It's the balsam trees of the valley of Baca, or the balsam trees, which some was some veil which, like the veil of Allah, or the terebinth, and the veil of Shittim or acacias took its name from the trees which grew there. Balsam trees are said to love dry situations, growing plentiful, for example, in the arid valley of Mecca, and this is clearly a point of reference. Talking about balsam trees.
Okay. But I can see your point, but isn't my reading is also possible?
No.
So you're saying 100% my point is not possible?
No, it's not, because it doesn't talk about them going on pilgrimage to Mecca. It talks about them going through a valley of Baca to Zion. So they're in Israel. If you read it in context with verse 7, that's what it shows.
I can see your point. Can I just make a connection to this verse?
You sure?
Okay. Go to Psalm 72.
Psalm 72. Okay. Okay. Psalm 72.
Yeah.
What verse?
Just read it.
Verse 1?
Yeah, all the way down.
Okay. Give the king your justice, O God, and your righteousness to the royal son. May he judge your people with righteousness and your poor with justice. Let the mountains bear prosperity for your people, and the hills in righteousness. May he defend the cause of the poor of the people, give deliverance to the children and the needy, and crush the oppressors. Is there a point you want me to make on this? May they fear you while the sun endures, and as long as the moon throughout all generations. May he be like rain that falls on the mown grass, like showers that water the earth in the days. May his righteousness flourish and peace abound till the moon be no more. May he have dominion from sea to sea, from river to the ends of the earth. What is it?
It says in verse 8 to 9, may he rule from sea to sea and from the river to the ends of the earth. May the desert tribes bow before him, and his enemies lick the dust. So it says that may he rule from the river to the ends of the earth. And it says, may the desert tribes bow before him.
Okay.
So it's literally what Islam did. The desert tribes bow before, and they ruled from from the rivers to the ends of the earth.
Did they rule from sea to sea?
Yeah.
They ruled from the Pacific to the Atlantic? Is that what you're saying?
No.
Okay. Now, how do you know this is about Muhammad? Because this can be just referring to, because this is not saying that they will. It's saying, may he have that dominion. It's a call for the king to get those things.
So are you saying this is about Solomon?
If we go back up and read the beginning of it, it's about the king and his royal son. So give the king your justice, O God, and your righteousness to your royal son. And it says of Solomon.
It also says that he will get Arabian coins, like Arabian money.
Which verse?
Wait, let me just find it.
I mean, they brought all sorts of tribute from Sheba, many other places up to him. It says gold from Sheba, basically, which, yeah, we agree. That's what Solomon got.
Yeah, but in a hadith, it says that Muhammad also got it.
So if this is about Muhammad, is he a king or a royal son?
Yeah, he's a king.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
So hold up. Let me see if I can put this on the screen then. All right, I'm going to put this hadith on the screen. A man came to the prophet and his voice trembled out of awe, and he spoke to him. The prophet said to him, "Be calm, for I am not a king." It says, "I'm not a king."
Can you just read the great?
Can I just read the what?
Great.
Oh, yeah, it's weak. I'll give you that. But where does it say he's a king then, is what I want to know.
It said he was the king of the Arabs.
Where does it say that, though?
Do you want me to show you a verse, a hadith that Muhammad says he's the king?
Muhammad, but even if you can show me that, how do you know this is about Muhammad in Psalm 72? Because again, it says it's of Solomon, doesn't it?
Says he will ban rosary. That's what Muhammad did.
You're referring to verse 14. No, that's only in the Septuagint. Here it says, from oppression and violence he redeems their life, and precious in their blood is cited. It does not talk about usury. You have to go to the Septuagint for that one.
But you always want whatever you like.
What are you talking about? I've been using the Hebrew consistently. Even when the guy before you came up and brought up Isaiah 42, I could have gone to the Septuagint where Isaiah 42:1 says the servant. So it says the servant is Jacob, but I stuck to the Hebrew. So I've been sticking with the Hebrew.
Okay. What about did Solomon rule from the river to the ends of the earth?
Nope.
So it can't be about Solomon.
It says it's of Solomon. It doesn't say that he did. It says may he. It's like saying, like, may he be, glorified, given splendor, given riches. Like you're just calling.
By the way, it says of Solomon. That's not in the manuscript.
No, it's a title added onto the top later on. Yeah, that's fine though. But this is what the Jews said. It was about Solomon.
Well, you said in the verse it says Solomon.
I said in the Psalm. I said right above here it says of Solomon. This is what the Jews said it was about.
So it doesn't say Solomon, right? In the verse.
No, but it's what the titles of the Psalms are. When they say like this is a Psalm of David, sons of Korah. Here we have one where it says this is them speaking of Solomon.
And in verse 15 it says, "May people ever pray for him and bless him all day long." Can you just pull it up? So what we do as Muslims, we pray for Muhammad every single day and bless him all day long. So do people bless Solomon every single day?
No.
Okay, so it can't be about Solomon.
Where does it say people do this every day or will do it every day?
May people ever pray for him and bless him all day long.
Is that saying that this is something that is going to happen or it should happen?
It says may. So,
yeah, exact. That's my point.
So you're saying the psalm is failed?
Dude, where does it say this is going to happen?
No, it doesn't say it's going to happen. It says, may people ever pray for him and bless him all day long.
So
it's literally fulfilled. His prayer was fulfilled by the Muslims. We bless and pray for him every single day.
That's not what it says, though. It doesn't say that this is going to happen. You even admitted it says may. So by that logic, this is just asking for that.
Yeah, his prayer was fulfilled, I'm saying.
Where?
We Muslims pray for Muhammad.
Where does it say that this is going to be fulfilled?
No, it doesn't say it's going to be fulfilled.
Exactly. Then you're misreading it. You're reading this as a prophecy of a coming prophet when it's clearly talking about Solomon, the royal son. Like this is something about the past, not the future.
Past?
Yeah.
For example, let's say you have a friend and you have a second friend, and you say to your friend, may my friend be blessed every day. So in that situation, are you talking about past or future?
You're saying you would like this to happen. I'm saying the psalm is talking about a person in the past. So don't take what I said out of context. Saying this psalmist is making a psalm about the glory of the king and his son, Solomon. So at that point, it's talking about them in the past.
So you're saying it's about talking about past and not like a prophecy or something.
There's nothing about this prophesying some future prophet or king. This is about David and Solomon. Again, this is the titles that are put on the Psalms. It's of Solomon. The burden is on you to show this is about a coming prophet creating a brand new religion.
Also, it says in verse 9, may the desert tribes bow before him.
Mm-hmm.
So it says the desert tribes. So actually, Muhammad fought the desert tribes and he won. So they bow before him.
It also says, may all the kings fall down before him and all nations serve him. Do all nations serve Muhammad?
Yeah, they're Muslims. So what they do
all
is
nations serve Muhammad.
Are you saying that all nations mean like all the countries in the world?
You're saying this literally is predicting Muhammad because desert tribes bow down to him. So you need to also show verse 11 was fulfilled in Muhammad. Did this happen?
You're talking about all nations serve him?
Yeah, do all nations serve him?
So every country, right?
All of them, yep.
Yeah, there are Muslims in the whole world and they serve him.
All nations serve Muhammad?
Like their president?
Yes.
No.
Okay, then you cannot read these as lines predicting the future because verse 11 is not fulfilled in Muhammad. So when you say these things, you're cherry picking.
Like I'm just showing you a reference. Like it's similar to what happened to Prophet Muhammad. I'm not saying that every verse is literal.
Okay, sure, then don't tell me this is about Muhammad if you get to cherry pick which is literal and which isn't. That's what Muslims do with this psalm. You cherry pick.
There could be exaggerating, but I'm saying that there are a lot of similarities with this passage with Muhammad.
There aren't any, man. You're cherry picking. You're forcing it to fit your conclusion. This is not something that would point anyone to Muhammad unless you already start with that conclusion, and then you read what you want into it and cherry pick what you want, as you're basically admitting
now. I respect your opinion, but I think there's a plant, and this is actually in Abraham Fulfilled.
Yeah, I've read that book. It's riddled with problems, and I don't think Psalm 72. I don't remember that being in there.
Yeah, it's definitely in there.
All right, let me just do this real fast because now I'm curious if I missed that at one point. Psalm 72, you said?
Yeah.
No, they don't. They don't use Psalm 72 as one of their go-to passages in here.
Oh, like okay.
So did you read the Abraham Fulfilled? Because I don't think you did.
Like part of it.
Okay, well listen, man. You did take care of yourself. Have a good day. My Didn't even read the book, telling me that's in there. Oh my goodness. This is wild stuff, man. I just oh my God. How is any of this evidence of Muhammad? Do some super chats and I'll bring another guest in here. What does Jesus mean when referring to his God? He means the Father. Nothing wrong with that. Check out Dr. Joshua Sijuwadi on that. Thank you, Randy, for gifting more Inspiring Philosophy memberships. Hearing these Muslims argue reminds me of some of the horrible arguments I was taught growing up in a fundamentalist church. I think it's worse than that, honestly. My girlfriend is a revert Muslim. How do I convince her to leave Islam? And how do you think I could begin to start these conversations? Yeah, I would start with showing her things, asking her questions, ask her things like the Islamic dilemma. You know, if you're a Christian, okay, hey, doesn't the Quran tell me to believe in my scriptures? Why would it do that? Like, bring up stuff about Aisha as well. Are you comfortable with Muhammad having a child bride? Like, and saying this kind of stuff about women, like 434, for example? By the way, 434, the like button, everybody. I really appreciate that. But be sure to 434 the like button. So bring up that kind of stuff and just start asking her questions. Muhammad, can you hear me? You need to unmute yourself. Muhammad, are you there? Can't hear you.
Yeah, yes.
Okay. All right. Can you show me where Muhammad is in the Bible?
Okay. Psalm 72.
We just went there.
Well, it talks about desert tribes, and Muhammad was one of the
I'm listening. Are you there? He left. Oh, man. Belts boys, can you hear me?
I hear you, bro.
All right. Can you show me where Muhammad is in the Bible?
I have another topic, if it's okay with you.
Depends. Are you Muslim?
Yeah.
Well, the topic is Muhammad in the Bible.
My topic was going to be Jesus is a Muslim.
You want to show me Jesus is a Muslim?
Yep.
What is a Muslim?
Someone who is righteous, who worships Allah, establishes prayer, is obedient to God, humble, gentle, submissive, meek.
Can he contradict the Quran?
Bro, can I show you how Jesus is a Muslim?
I'm listening. How's Jesus a Muslim?
All right. In Psalms 37:11. Yeah, I'm on the Psalms 37:11.
Okay, what about it?
Psalms 37:11.
The meek shall inherit the land and delight themselves in abundant peace. What about it?
Okay, and in Matthew 5:5, Jesus quotes this verse.
Okay, so how does that show he's a Muslim?
Allah says that the righteous shall inherit the earth.
Okay. What? That doesn't answer my question now. Can you be a Muslim and contradict the Quran?
Psalms, Allah says the righteous shall inherit the earth.
That doesn't show he's a Muslim.
Quran 2:177 shows that.
So a Muslim is somebody who worships God, right? Is righteous and meek.
Yeah, like 2:1.
Okay. Is Mother Teresa a Muslim?
Okay, open Quran 2:177.
Answer my question. Is Mother Teresa a Muslim?
Well, I don't know who Mother Teresa is, bro.
She's a Catholic nun who did a lot of charity and community work in India.
Allah knows best. I don't know.
Okay. So can a Christian be a Muslim then?
How so?
They worship God and they're meek and humble. Are they a Muslim?
I don't know.
Okay, can they be a Muslim and believe Jesus died for their sins and is divine?
No, of course not.
Okay.
The Cowboy Revert said they can't.
That's my point. It's not just that. There is more that it takes to be a Muslim, right?
Yeah, I know, but we're talking about the core beliefs.
Okay, but these are also core beliefs, though, because you admitted you can't be a Muslim and be a Christian, for example.
Yeah, but like, you ever heard of the story of the Cowboy Revert?
No. Are you talking about Muslim cowboy?
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, I've tried to debate him. He won't debate me. He's running. What about him? But anyway, none of this has anything to do with my argument. This doesn't make Jesus a Muslim.
Okay, so can I show you how in Surah Anbiya 105, 21, 105, where Allah says the righteous shall inherit the earth, and he wrote this in the Bible, in the scriptures, and Jesus quoted this?
So?
What do you mean so? Jesus quoted this in Psalms.
That doesn't make him a Muslim. So can he, for example, do you think he can call God his father?
Of course not. He never did.
Okay, but in that, let's go to Matthew then.
Matthew what verse?
Matthew 5.
5:5. You're almost there, buddy. You're almost there.
There you go. Let me put my I'll put Matthew 5 up here for you. Okay, Matthew 5:5. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Okay. What about it?
What are the meek?
Meek are people that are basically humble, if I remember correctly. But,
yeah, so righteous.
Okay, notice what Jesus says down here. In the same way, let your light shine before others so that they may see your good works and give glory to your Father who is in heaven. Could a good Muslim say that?
Bro, that's another verse you bring in, though.
That's in the same chapter.
Yeah, I know it's in the same chapter.
Okay, so how can he be a Muslim if he said verse 5 and verse 16?
Read verse 6.
Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they shall be satisfied. Great. Now, answer my question. How can a good Muslim say verse 16?
We don't say verse 16, bro.
Okay, but Jesus did, so he's not a Muslim then.
You say Jesus said father, but if you read the Gospel of Barnabas, he never said father.
Gospel of Barnabas? Are you kidding me? You went to the Gospel of Matthew. Gospel of Barnabas is like what? Like 700, 800 years old?
He was
you went to the Gospel of Matthew. So you're quoting Matthew. Here I'm showing you what Jesus says in Matthew. He calls God Father. He calls God Father. Is that a good Muslim?
No, we don't say father. That's shirk.
Okay, then Jesus isn't a Muslim.
But I'm showing you from the Zabur, of course. But I'm not going to take your whole Bible and say this is exactly what Jesus said. People twist.
So you're going to cherry pick.
No, but people that Allah said in 21:105 that he wrote in the Psalms and the Zabur that the righteous shall inherit the earth. And if you go to Matthew, Psalms 37:29, it says the exact same thing.
That doesn't make Jesus a Muslim because Muhammad heard stories about what was in the Bible.
When Jesus comes back, is he going to inherit the earth?
Yeah.
Okay, and who's going to inherit the earth with him? The righteous people, correct?
Yeah, his followers, his body, Christians.
Yeah. Oh, and they're all going to believe that he's a Muslim when they come back. You know that?
Are you sure about that? Because he called God Father, and you're saying that you can't be a Muslim and call God Father.
Well, the righteous people.
Okay, well, Jesus said you to call God Father.
Nah, he never said that, bro. That's
okay,
that's false.
How do you know that?
Because I know 100% a prophet would never say God is a father.
How do you know Jesus didn't say it, though?
From the Quran.
Okay, then how do you know he said Matthew 5:5?
This is what you use, though.
Yeah, I know. I'm going on what you use. You're using Matthew 5:5.
Yeah, because that's what you believe in. But I'm telling you, I'm showing you from what you believe in, though. But if you tell me that he ever said father, I'll tell you no.
Wait a minute. So what I believe in then? So what I believe is in Matthew 5:16. I believe in that he calls God his Father.
Does Jesus have a will?
Yes.
Does God have a will? The Father.
Yes. Yes.
Do they have separate wills?
Dude, stop running. Answer the question. You're trying to change it to the Trinity because you know you got cooked.
How many gods died on the cross, bro?
Yeah. Have a good day, man. Man, look at the panic on that guy, man. The moment I start showing him what Matthew says, what is 1 + 1 + 1? My goodness, these guys are ridiculous. Oh, This is Islam. This is what it does to your brain, man. May God bless you and the crew, man. Just wanted to help support a bit and ask for prayers for an irate atheist I had to give up talking to on Tumblr. Here's to the end of Islam. Thank you so much. If homosexual acts are covenantal sins, not moral, how would you classify non-Christians having same sex? It is a moral sin. That's why it's in a list in 1 Corinthians 6:9. So I'm pretty sure it is in a list of moral sins there. I think in the past I may have said that, but I've shifted my view since then. So yeah. No, let me entertain it though. Okay, so if homosexual were covenantal act, how would you collide not having? Oh, I see what you're saying now. Okay, well they're not in covenant with Christ, so it doesn't even matter. So I mean, like they're already rejecting Christ, which is the main sin. So I think that's going to be the biggest problem there. I don't see this as I don't know. I don't really see this as an issue. Hi, P. I was speaking with a Muslim, and he argued that Paul was okay with child marriage, quoting from 1 Corinthians 7:36. Can you explain? Yeah, it doesn't talk about the flower of her youth. That's a mistranslation in the King James. You got to check out the ESV or NASB. It talks about his passion. You know, that's what it's referring to. So they don't know what they're talking about. You there, man?
Yo, what's up, Mike?
Welcome back. You going to show me Muhammad in the Bible now?
Yeah, I'm going to school you once again.
No, yeah, go for it. I'm all ears.
So, Muhammad is mentioned in the Quran that he's mentioned in the Bible, but doesn't say that he's mentioned by name. So
okay, where is he described or prophesied?
Yeah, I believe in the New Testament he's the Comforter. And in the Old Testament he's in Isaiah.
So you said the Comforter. You talking about John 16?
Yeah.
Hang on. Okay, John 16. Let me put it on the screen. Let's do the Comforter because I've not heard that one yet. I've done Isaiah already today. All right. First off, so you're saying the Comforter is Muhammad?
Yeah.
Who sent Muhammad?
Allah.
All right. Let me just read here. I do not say these things to you from the beginning because I was with you, but now I am going to him who sent me, and none of you asked me, where are you going? But because I've said these things, sorrow has filled your heart. Nevertheless, I tell you the truth. It is your advantage that I go away, for I do not go away. The Comforter or Helper will not come, but if I go, I will send him to you. Who's sending the Comforter?
Well, I don't believe in your scripture, so.
You're the one who went to said, yeah, John 17, John 16 is where we get the Comforter. Let's go to there. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, but you're granting the Quranic paradigm, which doesn't approve of all your scripture.
It absolutely does. It says that we can find him mentioned there.
We already went through this too many times. You already granted that it's the red letters, right?
This is red letters. I'm literally reading red letters here. This is Jesus talking.
You granted that it's limited to the red letters. The Quran affirms the truth and it rejects the falsehood. So it can in that paradigm it can whatever it wants, it can prove it. So that's logical according to the Quran.
The Comforter here, hold up, verse 7, the Comforter here, that's not Muhammad then.
No, we believe it's speaking about Muhammad. Originally, we believe that's what Jesus was speaking of. Does that make sense?
Okay, but does it say in verse 7 that the Comforter is Muhammad?
No.
Okay, so then Muhammad is not prophesied in our gospel.
I'm not gonna. I don't think. Obviously, you already know I can't prove that to you using specifically.
Right, Surah 7:157 is wrong when it says we can find Muhammad mentioned in our gospel.
No, because you don't see it as the true Injil. That's the only difference. That's the problem. If you saw it as the true Injil, you would see that would logically make sense that that's Muhammad coming afterwards.
Surah 7:157 says, I can find Muhammad mentioned in my gospel. Where is he mentioned in the gospel?
Like I said, Jesus speaking after the Comforter coming after him, that's what we believe is Muhammad.
You just said in verse 16:7, when it mentions the Comforter, that can't be Muhammad. Therefore, you've just agreed Surah 7:157 is wrong.
No, that's not logical because I already told you that the Quran affirms whatever it wants and it can reject whatever it wants.
Does the Quran say in Surah 7:157, I can find the unlettered prophet mentioned in the gospel that they have with them?
That's what it says. Then yeah, that's what it says. I'll take
Great.
your
So
word
where
for
can
it.
I find Muhammad in my gospel?
Okay, specifically in the gospel, let me find a better verse and come back for that one. But it's just you already grant the Quranic paradigm, so it doesn't really matter if you
I
granted the
grant the
Quranic
actual
paradigm.
Quranic paradigm that confirms our scriptures, not the parts that you like.
No, not the parts that you like. That's hypocritical. That's dishonest.
So
We're
you
not
don't want
doing
to find Muhammad in the gospel. Can you find him in the Torah, please?
in the Torah. I believe the Isaiah one covered it.
The Torah, Isaiah is not in the Torah.
Yeah, it is.
What is the Torah?
The Torah is all revelation that was given to Moses, and it's not limited to just Moses. I believe it includes all the Old Testament scriptures. Not all.
The Old Testament was given to Moses.
Yeah, but not Isaiah was revealed specifically to Isaiah, correct?
Okay, so then it wasn't given to Moses.
Oh, okay. So it says the Torah. Can you?
No, you're breaking up. Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah. So okay. So the Torah is not Isaiah then.
That's probably it's a good question. The Quran does mention that other scriptures, so it technically could fall under other scriptures, not listed specifically as Isaiah. But yeah, I'm not sure if the Torah is limited to just what Moses revealed. Yeah, it's a good question.
The Torah is the first 5 books of the Bible: Genesis,
No, it's not.
Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers,
That's
Deuteronomy.
your Torah. Man, how many times are we going to go through this? You guys
in
keep
Surah
thinking
7:157 says, I can find Muhammad in my Torah. So where can I find him in my Torah?
Yeah. Well, I'll get you a good verse.
All right. I'm all ears. What's a good verse in the Torah?
Well, I mean, I have to look that up and come back. You don't want to open up any branches to discuss anything else right now?
If you can't find them, then I'm justified in saying that Surah 7:157 is wrong, because it says I should be able to find the unlettered prophet in the gospel and Torah. You said we can't. The helper in John 16:7 is not Muhammad. You can't show me something in Torah. Therefore, I'm justified in saying that verse in the Quran is in error.
I beg to differ. I
All right. Well, when you find one, come on back. We can have a conversation.
And you.
Oh my goodness. This is wild stuff, man. This is wild stuff. I mean, like, I never thought when I started my channel, I'd have to have conversations with people about what the Torah is, because everyone knows what the Torah is. And then the Muslims come on the scene and go, well, the Torah can be parts of the Talmud. It can be Isaiah. It can be the entire Old Testament, because we need it to be. Exactly. We suck. This is exactly what's going on. Welcome to Islam, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely. Oh, man. This is wild stuff. Thank you, Pastor Tony, for gifting 10 Inspiring Philosophy memberships. This is just facepalm after facepalm. It is, man. And this is what they think is actually going to convince us. They think for some ridiculous reason these really bad arguments are going to convince us. I'm dumbfounded half the time by what they're saying. Seems like the Muslim apologetic method is to just exhaust you with nonsense until you get burnt out. Stay strong. God bless you. Thank you so much. I will try my best. Keep trugging along. Let's bring up Gangster Ghost. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Are you a Muslim?
No.
What are you?
Christian.
What are you doing up here?
I just want to say hi. I'm a big fan of you, and would you ever like to come on my show? Like to have?
I don't have time right now. I got a really busy long time, but appreciate you coming. Do not have time right now. I am so busy. Have you seen the Mormon outrage going on these past few days? Although I have seen there about some debate that on Capturing Christianity's channel. I watched some of that debate. I thought the Christian was doing really well against the Mormon, and then the Mormon was just, I don't think he made a good case, really. He isn't really addressing the evidence brought up by the Christian, but, you know, who knows? Omar, can you hear me?
Hello. Yes, I can.
Hello. You're Muslim?
Yes, I am.
All right. Where can we find Muhammad in the Bible?
Oh, I let me pull it up. I got you, man.
All right. I'll wait.
Yes, do you know who the Paraclete is?
Yep, it's the Holy Spirit.
No, it's Muhammad. I show you. John 16:7.
Are you trolling me? I think you're trolling me. You're trolling me, Omar. I know you're trolling me. So you're not really a Muslim. All right. I'm going to kick you then. You've been schooled by Shirk, you see? Yes, I have been schooled so much. Amazing. Muslims accept and reject individual words in the same verse. We confirm this verse, but not that word. Dude. This is what it's like with them, man. I'm telling you, it is a wild trip, man. I don't know what to tell you. Someone tell God Logic to add what is the Torah to his book. Yeah, let him know. It is definitely, yeah. It is a mess. You suck. I suck. Our prophet sucks. Now donate. Yep. Quoting Muhammad Ajab. But this is what they do, man. Like I don't know. It's really bad. Like let me put up Cora here for a minute. This is Cora. She uploaded this like a month ago, trying to convince someone to become a Muslim. Here's what she says.
Example that Abdullah bin Salam, radiallahu anhu, the example that he finds that's attributed to the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, is he looks at the book of Isaiah. So it's not the first 5 books, but it's part of the Tanakh. It's one of the books of the prophets.
Not the Torah.
And in Isaiah 42, it describes a beloved servant of God, right? And God's words will be in this servant's mouth, and he will be a submitter to the one true God. And not only will he be a submitter to the one true God, but this servant will come from the land of Kedar, which is Arabia.
Do you see how they lie? Nowhere does it say the servant comes from Kedar. It says, let the deserts and the cities lift up their voices, and the villages that Kedar inhabit, let the inhabitants of Selah sing for joy. I don't see anything about the servant coming from Kedar. But this is what they do. They lie. It also doesn't say submitter anywhere in this. Nothing in this servant song. My goodness, man. My goodness, this is bad. Sometimes I don't know what to do with them, but this is just a massive line. Let me show you something else that she did in this. I believe it's around this point.
Justice. He will not grow weak nor discouraged before he has established justice on the earth. And in his law, the islands will put their hope. And it continues. And I want you to focus on this specific part. Sing to the Lord a new song. right? A new song. So it's something new. It's not something that was previously being recited. And it says, his praise from the ends of the earth, you will go down to the sea and all that is in it, you islands and all who dwell in them. Let the desert and the cities raise their voices. Let the villages of Kedar cry aloud.
So,
right? So Kedar. You remember when I mentioned Kedar to you earlier?
yeah.
Okay, let's look at what Kedar means. So let's look at right here.
Doesn't say the servant comes from Kedar.
Is the son of Ishmael. So let the villages of the descendants of Ishmael cry aloud. So the descendants of Ishmael are the Arabs. And we as Muslims, and even, what is it called? Christians alike, Christians, Jews, and Muslims agree that the Arabs are the descendants of Ishmael, the son of Abraham.
Correct. So.
And we also believe that Muhammad, peace be upon him, is a descendant of Ishmael due to the fact that he was an Arab and that his lineage goes up to Ishmael. Now, I want to tie this back to another chapter.
Here it is.
So we have Genesis 17.
Watch what she does here.
Genesis 17 talks about the covenant. Remember the covenant that I was talking to you about earlier? So Abraham's covenant with God, where God promises to bless Abraham and his lineage.
Yep.
It says, as for me, this is my covenant with you. You will be the father of many nations. No longer will you become Abram. Your name will be Abraham, for I have made you a father of many nations, and I will make you very fruitful. And then he continues and continues. And this is the covenant of circumcision.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, where's the mention of Ishmael? Undergo circumcision. Perfect.
Okay.
And as for Ishmael, I have heard you. I will surely bless him, and I will make him fruitful, and will greatly increase his numbers. He will be the father of 12 rulers, and I will make him into a great nation. So God blessed Ishmael and his lineage as well. So when God blesses somebody's lineage, you would expect good figures to come out of that person's lineage, right?
Yeah. That is such a bad argument, man. Blessing a lineage, therefore, Prophet Muhammad. Let's ignore Genesis 17:21, where it says the covenant comes through Isaac, though, not Ishmael. Therefore, the covenant cannot come through Ishmael via Muhammad. Just constantly getting that wrong. Nate, are you there? Nate, you gotta unmute yourself if you're there. Kareem, are you there?
Yep.
Yep. Are you Muslim?
I am.
All right. You want to show me where Muhammad is in the Bible?
I got you. You want to
All
go
right.
to Daniel 2?
Oh, yeah. We can go to Daniel 2.
Yeah, man. Let's go.
All right.
You have it up?
And put it on the screen here.
Okay. So you have 4 kingdoms in Daniel 2, right?
Yep.
Okay. You have Babylon, right, which is the first kingdom. And you
Yep.
have Greece, you have the Medo-Persian, and then the 4th kingdom is Rome. And you want to know what it says about Rome, the 4th kingdom?
What does it say about Rome?
It's partly broken. It's divided.
Yep. What does that mean, though?
That there's going to be 2 kingdoms. The Rome is divided. And
That's
you know
not
what
what it
happened to
says.
Rome? It divided into the
It
west
doesn't
and
say
the
that.
east.
Where does it say it's going to divide into 2 kingdoms?
I got you. It says it here. And the 4th kingdom shall be strong as iron, for as much as iron breaketh in pieces and subdueth all things, and as iron that breaketh all these shall it break in pieces and bruise. So it says blatantly that it's going to break in pieces and it's going to divide.
And I saw the feet and toes, partly potter's clay, partly of iron, and it shall be a divided kingdom, but some of the firmness of iron shall be in it, just as you saw iron mixed with soft clay. The toes and feet were partly iron and partly clay, so the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly brittle.
So it's divided. It says it shall be a divided kingdom.
It's a divided one singular kingdom. It does not say it's going to divide into 2 kingdoms.
No
It tells you-
problem. It's
Verse
east
43.
and west.
Let me see verse 43. And as you saw the iron mix with soft clay, so they will mix with one another in marriage, but they will not hold together, just as iron does not mix with clay. So the divided aspect is the fact that there's different people inside trying to mix in marriages, but it's not working. That's the division aspect.
No, it says clearly they shall be a divided kingdom.
Yeah.
And this is talking about even though there's still one, right? You have the Western Empire and you have the Eastern Empire. They're
Where does it
both
say
still
that?
Rome. Are both of them still Rome, Mr. Mike?
Where does it say that it's going to be two kingdoms?
It says it shall be a divided kingdom. That's into
Yep.
two.
That's a singular kingdom that's internally divided. And then it tells you in verse 43 what it means. They will try to mix with one another marriage.
Okay, no problem. It still divides into two separate.
Where does Daniel say it divides into two?
All right, I got you. So the kingdom is divided, right? There's internal conflict in the kingdom, right?
Internal conflict, yeah.
Okay, so there's two entities. If it's divided, what does divided mean? There's two different entities in the kingdom.
Verse 43 tells you what it means by divided.
What does verse? Okay, let me read it on your screen. As you saw the iron mix with soft clay, so it will mix with another in marriage, but they will not hold together, just as iron does not mix with clay. So they're
What's
separate.
not going to hold together?
Yes, Mr. Mike. So they're separate.
Yeah, the marriages aren't going to hold together is the point. The people can't actually mix into one ethnicity.
It's talking about the kingdoms, not the people. Where does it talk about people?
Do kingdoms marry each other?
You can speak of them as marriage, like figuratively, like they join together. So this says they will.
But they're
be
not
with one in
actually
marriage.
marrying.
Okay, but they're going to be one, like in marriage, but they're not going to hold together. So they'll
Yeah, it's
be
talking about the
one,
people,
but then
not
they'll
dividing.
divide. That sounds exactly like Rome, Mr. Mike.
It does not say the kingdom is going to divide into two kingdoms. It says that it's internally brittle.
Okay, so internally brittle. Verse 43. They will mix with another in marriage. Okay, they will mix with another. They're going to be one.
They will mix with one another in marriage.
Yes, so they're going to attempt to be one or be one, right?
Yeah, they're attempting.
Okay,
The people
but
inside are
they-
mixing in marriages to try to make one people. It's not working out.
No, Mr. Mike. It does not say people.
I'm
But-
literally going on what it says.
But they will not hold together. So the two entities, so the kingdom that is divided, that tries to marry, is not going to hold together. It's going to become divided. Because why? Iron does not mix with clay. Okay? This is irregardless. Let me show you the prophecy, Mr. Mike.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? You look at the next verse, right? And in the days of those kings, the God of heaven will set up a kingdom that shall never be destroyed, nor shall the kingdom be left to another people. It shall break in pieces all these kingdoms and bring them to an end, and it shall sound the Father. If that does not sound like the prophet, peace be upon him, I don't know what is. Okay?
It doesn't.
What empire destroyed Rome, Mr. Mike?
One that was supposed to be permanent. It doesn't say that the caliphate was abolished in 1924, so Islam does not have a permanent kingdom.
No, it's about the saints. I can show you Daniel 7.
Does it
too,
say
where
king?
the
Wait a
kingdom-
minute. Hold up. So when it's talking about marriage, that's metaphorically for kingdoms trying to join together. But when it's talking about it being a kingdom, that's metaphorical for, like, do you take anything here literal? Or do you
No,
just
I
force
can
it to
show
be
you
what you want it
Daniel
to be?
7. It says the kingdom is given to the saints. So this
The
correlates
kingdom
here
is
with this.
given. Yes, an actual kingdom is given to them, not that the saints are the kingdom itself.
It does say the saints are the kingdom. I show you, Mr.
So
Mike.
it says it's a kingdom. So you agree it's a kingdom, right?
Mr. Mike, it says.
Do you
but the
agree it's a
saints-
kingdom?
Do I agree with his kingdom? Sure, Mr. Mike.
Okay, so was the caliphate abolished in 1924?
Was the caliphate abolished in 19? No, it was not abolished in 1924. Show me that it was abolished.
Are you kidding me?
What are you talking about?
The Islamic Caliphate has been abolished. 1924.
Islam lasts forever.
Not the Caliphate, which is the kingdom.
No. The kingdom is the saints.
The kingdom, it's still a kingdom, isn't it?
Okay. But the kingdom is not. It's representative. Okay.
No, it's an actual kingdom.
Prove it.
It says kingdom.
Okay.
And in the
but what
days, the
you
God of
said-
heaven will set it up a kingdom, not a people group, not a religion. It's a kingdom.
Yes, and Daniel 7 with the Son of Man and the saints, it says the saints possess the
They're
kingdom.
given the
and they're going
kingdom.
to take it forever.
Yeah. You don't have a kingdom forever. It can't be about Islam.
Yes, we do. We possess a spiritual kingdom forever.
Oh,
Established
so
by
it's a
the prophet,
spiritual
peace be
kingdom.
upon him.
So you agree it's a spiritual kingdom then, right?
Yes.
Okay, great. Then how do you know it's not Christianity, which has a spiritual kingdom? Jesus is still reigning as king, and our kingdom is growing and spreading all over the earth. And it came during the days of the Roman Empire.
When did Jesus or Christianity? When did Christianity destroy Rome? When did it destroy the divided kingdoms of Rome? It never did.
I'm sorry. Do
The
you see
Ottoman
Rome around?
Empire, which was Islamic,
Where's Rome?
Destroyed Eastern Rome. They destroyed the Byzantine Empire, fulfilling the prophecy of the prophet.
No, they didn't. No, they didn't.
Yes, it did.
No, because Rome ended in 1204.
When did Rome end in 1204?
When the Latin Crusaders came in and took over Constantinople and set up their own
Did
rulership.
Rome still exist in 1204, Mr. Mike?
No, nope.
Rome did not exist in 1204. Then how did they come back, Mr. Mike?
Because the Empire of Nicaea took Constantinople and claimed to be the Roman Empire.
Is
even
the
though they really
Empire of
weren't.
not Nicaea? Is the Empire of Nicaea not Rome? They're not Rome, Mr. Mike?
They're not, no.
They're not Rome?
No, they were a rump state.
They were a rump state. But were they Roman? Were they still, they were not the remains of the Roman Empire?
They were
As I understand
Byzantine.
it?
No, they were not Latin speaking. They did not roll over Rome. They were not even ethnically Roman. They were Byzantines.
Are the Byzantines not Rome? The Byzantine Empire is Rome.
They inherited it.
Are they Roman?
No.
The Byzantine Empire is not Roman.
They inherited.
Mr. Mike, why you see
Yeah.
now you're disagreeing with history, Mr. Mike.
Oh, am I? So if you inherit something, are you the Roman Empire then?
No, that's not what I'm saying. The Byzantine Empire is Roman. It's Eastern Rome. When the Roman
claim to be.
Empire divided, it divided into East and West. Okay, the
So?
West it fell, but the East it remains, and the East is Rome.
They are the Byzantine Empire.
Is the Byzantine Empire the Roman Empire?
No.
It's not.
No, because I said again, I say take the date of 1204. After that, you should have the Empire of Nicaea, Empire of Trebizond, and the Despotate of Epirus.
Those are parts of the Roman Empire. Okay.
No,
they're
'cause
they're
no.
states of the Roman Empire.
Yeah, so that you admit the Roman Empire divided and was broken up at that point.
It was it was territorially compromised, I would say.
Yeah, it definitely was.
Okay,
and
but the
even
Roman Empire.
Constantine Lascaris at the time.
Show me
admitted
one
that the Roman
scholar or
Empire-
one historical book that says the Roman Empire ended in 1204.
You got it.
They will not.
Let me pull it
They
up.
will not say
Yeah,
that.
I'm gonna
They
put it
will
up.
tell you that
I'm
it ended. Okay, show me, Mr.
Yeah, let me
Mike.
put it up here. Sure. Yeah. Play.google. Let me give the book up here for you. All right. So the book is called The Romans. It's called The Romans by Edward J. Watts. That's the argument he makes. So this is his book, and he points out it ends basically here.
Where? Oh, let me zoom
When the
in.
Crusaders
Zoom in,
killed the old
Mr. Mike.
When the Crusaders killed the old state, the severed direct institutional line joining Romulus, Julius Caesar, Justinian, Alexius V. So yes, he makes the case that it ends in 1204.
No, they read it again to me. I didn't see it.
But when the Crusaders killed the old state, they severed the direct institutional line joining Romulus, Julius Caesar, Justinian, and Alexius V.
It does not say it ended the Roman Empire. It just said
That's
it
what it
severed
says.
the line.
Are you seriously trying to say that he does not? This is what he says.
Does it say it ended the Roman Empire, Mr. Mike? It does not say that, Mr. Mike.
For the purposes
It
of
says
this
it
book,
ended
I
the
mean the
line.
political entity that took shape in the city of Rome persisted without interruption and was destroyed when the Fourth Crusade captured Constantinople, dissolved its government in 1204. You wanted one scholar, here he is.
Let me see that quote again.
It's on the screen.
Okay, let me zoom in. I'm sorry, Mr. Mike. I just have to see it. Okay, it doesn't even matter because even then, okay. So, Mr. Mike, stop laughing at me. Stop.
Can't help it, man. It was just too good. You asked for one, I got you one.
Okay, I see, Mr. Mike. You gave me a scholar. Okay, even it. So what? Okay. Okay, but still, the Ottoman Empire, they took the Byzantine Empire in 1453. Constantinople, it fell in 1453, did it not? Did it fell in 1453?
The city of Constantinople fell in 1453 to the Ottomans.
Okay,
now Mike
was the entity that held Constantinople when it was conquered. You don't say that's the Roman Empire or the Byzantine Empire?
No, they claimed to be, but they were not. No,
they were not. Okay. So your Mr. Scholar, okay, it said it was the institutional line. It was the line of Caesar, okay?
Mm-hmm.
If I kill every member of the royal parliament of the royal house of England, okay, does the British Empire, does the United Kingdom still exist? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So
what?
That doesn't mean that it doesn't exist or that it was never the United Kingdom or the British Empire. Okay, Mr. Mike. So it's the same here, okay?
So let me get this straight. So the Byzantines, the Empire of Nicaea, inherited the Roman Empire, and according to you, they were still the Roman Empire.
They were parts of the remaining Byzantines when they got conquered in 1204.
Again, so you agree that if you inherit that Roman Empire in Constantinople, you're the continuation of the Roman Empire.
What does inherit mean in this sense?
You basically take over. You have the city. You're claiming to be Roman, even though you're not. You're not speaking Latin or anything like that. So if you inherit it, you get to continue the Roman Empire.
If you inherit it, it has to be a legal type of thing. Like
that's fine.
It has to be like sufficient. Like a country like Switzerland, they can't inherit the Roman. They can't claim to be the Roman Empire.
I'm just trying to figure out what your metric is to know what the Roman Empire is, because you want it to last to 1453. So what is the metric you're using to decide the Roman Empire ends in 1453?
A state with carrying the Roman government, the Roman leader, Roman customs.
So if they're carrying that stuff on, they're the continuation of the Roman Empire.
Legally, I would say yes.
Great. Then the Ottomans are the Roman Empire.
How are they the Roman Empire? They were
claim
Muslim.
to be the
They were
Roman
Islamic.
Empire.
They were not Roman in any sense, Mister.
Do you not realize the Ottomans claim to be the continuation of the Roman Empire?
The Ottomans were the Roman Empire. Is that what you're saying?
They claimed it. Yeah, they claimed to be the continuation. They kept a lot of the administrative structures. They continued a lot of that. So they continued on that. So they were the Roman Empire by your own metric.
Give me one scholar that says the Ottoman Empire is the Roman Empire.
That's not what I said. I said they claim to be, and I said I use your metric to show that.
The Ottoman Empire claimed to be the Roman Empire? The continuation of the Roman? Show me.
Yes.
Show me where they claim to be the continuation of the Roman.
Okay, so Mark David Baer says in the Ottomans, Khans, Caesars, and Caliphs, in the introduction, he says, according to the Ottomans, their advance into Europe meant they were the inheritors of Byzantium and were thus to be considered the new Romans. These
Show
Muslim
me on the
rulers
screen right now. You lie. You lie to me, Mr. Mike.
I have the quotes. I'll put up my notes here I have on Abraham Fulfilled. Now, if you want me to get these quotes in the books, here's the references here on the side.
Let me see. Zoom in for me, Mr. Mike. I can't see.
I'll see if I can. It won't let me zoom in on notes.
Okay, I zoom
in my
in
Adobe.
Let me see.
See if I can zoom in a little bit more there for you. This is what it is, basically. Now, I can get those up for you easily because I have the references here.
Let me see this. Accord. Where's the quote, you say?
This one here at the bottom. I have it highlighted.
According to the Ottomans, they abandoned Europe. They were inherited. And who is this? This is Mark David Baer?
Yep.
No, show me where the Ottomans said this themselves. No, I meant where the Ottoman sultans, when they said they were the...
Yeah, they call themselves Kaiser-i-Rum. They call themselves Caesars of Rome. There's not a historian that would deny that.
Show me that.
Are you seriously denying what actual historians are saying?
Show me where the Turks, the Ottomans themselves, they say, or show me a historical record where they say they are Kaiser-i-Rum. Because you said, what is Kaiser-i-Rum? What even is that? That sounds like a joke.
That means Caesar of Rome.
No, the Ottomans were never the Caesar, man. What are you talking about? This is like Christian don't know history.
I'm literally citing historians, and you're saying I don't know history?
No, Mr. Mike. I said Just show me the Caesar's room.
Here, see this? Just you can easily look this up.
Guys
There's an
said he's
entire
Roman.
page right here. Ottoman claim to Roman succession.
When did they claim this? Oh, it's his Wikipedia. Let me see this. The Bible was made right. The Sultans could also claim the Roman Empire. So what? It doesn't even matter. Stop laughing at me. You
Bro, are you trolling? I gotta have he's gone. All right, he left. He left, man. Oh, that was the best caller ever, man. He had to be. I had to wonder if he was trolling half the time because I was like, this is so bad, man. He cannot be serious. Yeah. Yes, guys. Stop laughing, Mike. Yes, stop. I wonder if he was trolling. I gotta admit, I'm wondering if he was trolling a little bit. If he really was a Muslim. But I mean, in the beginning, he was really pushing for that divided kingdom stuff. So he was really selling it. So I don't know. At the end, he just kind of like, I don't know. Maybe he was legit. Yeah, at least he made me laugh. Yes, he did. He made me laugh. It was great. Totally worth it. Let's do some super chats here. There was another guy, Nate. I don't know what happened to him. Thoughts on Muslims like Libiano and Cora who think other brute facts exist alongside Allah? Oh, they're multiplying bruteness beyond necessity, and therefore is every reason to throw their religion out at that point. It's completely ad hoc. Cora also claimed that Ezekiel 16:7-8 supports child marriage. She either can't read or is a pathological liar. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. She definitely does not work. Nate said, I cannot hear. I'll come back. All I wanted was ask you to give me some advice. I gave a super chat under the name previously. Muslims claim to destroy the Roman Empire because they conquered Constantinople. The Visigoths conquered Rome in 410. Daniel prophesied the Visigoths. You see? Yes, this is the powerful proof that the stone from heaven is the Visigoths Empire. So, very, very powerful stuff here. So what? Doesn't matter. Stop laughing at me. Needs to find itself on the Muslim soundboard next to what's a debate. Yeah. It's a good one there. Matthew, are you there?
Yeah, real quick. Can you tell me what book that was? I'd like to read it.
Which one?
The one for the Ottoman Empire.
Yeah, so the one I mentioned was Mark David Baer, The Ottomans, Khans, Caesars, and Caliphs. But I got some other ones if you want them.
Yeah, could you write it in the comments so that way I can make sure I write it down because I can't see it from here.
I'll write it.
I appreciate you, brother. God bless you.
God bless. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, the Ottomans, Khans, Caesars, and Caliphs. Yeah, this is what people don't realize. And again, no Muslim realized this history until I brought it up in my debate with Libiano, and they were shocked. They had no idea what to do with that. They started panicking. The Ottomans claimed to be the Romans. And if you're going to say the Byzantines are the Roman Empire, even though they weren't Roman, they weren't ruling over the city of Rome, the traditional lands, they were not ethnically Roman, they were Greek, and they weren't even speaking Latin. If you get to claim they're the continuation of the Roman Empire, then so are the Ottomans. The best metric you have is you have to have an actual break. When does the succession of empires end? And by all metrics, it ends in 1204 when the Latin Crusaders take over. Now, the Crusaders claim to be the continuation of the Roman Empire. The surrounding Romans at first did not. Later on, the Nicaeans, the Despotate of Epirus claimed to be the Roman Empire. They claimed it, yeah, but there was an actual break in 1204 in that succession line. Constantine Lascaris admits this. So that's going to be your best break. But if you're going to claim that, no, the Byzantines get to continue to be the Roman Empire, then so do the Ottomans. And so does the Holy Roman Empire. And so do the Russians. This doesn't work. So it's cherry picking. It doesn't work no matter what. No way he just said no way he just said it doesn't matter. It's what he said, man. I'm telling you. Mike, you don't look well. Please sleep. Than can do it. I'm tired, man. I just got back from my long trip. So I might cut this off early and get some sleep. I am pretty tired. Mike, this is why I can't do what you do. I'm screaming obscenities at the stupidity, and you're just able to laugh. Yeah. You got to laugh at this stuff, man. Otherwise, it'll drive you crazy. I'm telling you. I mean, but yeah, when I pointed that stuff about the real history of Roman Empire, best date is going to be 1204 or 476, honestly, by other metrics. But the best dates are going to be there. And you can't even make a case at that point that Islam ended the Roman Empire. So, Rimmon, are you there?
Yeah, sorry I came up again. But if you... Can you hear me?
Are you there? Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes, yeah. So if you do a simple Google search, yeah, the Ottoman Empire did claim to be Rome.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Also, Muslims like to claim that Muhammad was like Moses.
Yeah.
But there's a verse in the Bible where it says Moses wrote these things. It says here,
you're saying in Muhammad was illiterate, he couldn't write.
Yeah, and it says here that Moses wrote.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. That's also a good point. I mean, the best place to go is Deuteronomy 34:10, where it says, there has not arisen a prophet like Moses in Israel who knew the Lord face to face. So Moses spoke to God directly, and Muhammad didn't speak to God directly.
Muhammad had a dream.
Yeah, he had a dream, the night journey, but that's in A, later sources, and they're unreliable. And B, it's not like Moses. He went up and allegedly talked to Allah once. Moses talked to God for like a period of 40 days, and then much after that directly. So he didn't really know God face to face like Moses did. So it doesn't work. It's stupid.
Yeah. Then you got Muslims saying that this is going to be a little bit like Muslims saying that Muhammad brought new laws.
Yeah.
And Jesus didn't bring any. Well, Jesus kind of did bring some new laws, like divorce laws. Divorce in Deuteronomy 24 says you can divorce your wife for any reason, right?
Yeah, you just go through the Sermon on the Mount. You'll see that he says, you've heard, but I say to you. You've heard, but I say to you. So yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and then you got Jesus saying all foods are clean now.
Yeah.
And
I agree.
And then they say Jesus never ate pork. Well, even if he didn't eat pork, he was a Jew.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. Never commanded Gentiles to keep kosher laws. I get it. So anyway, man, thanks for coming. I'm going to close this out.
All right. God bless.
Wait, hold on. Arif, are you Muslim?
Wait, let me double check 1 second.
You there?
Hey, 1 second, we'll be right back.
Kareem, are you back?
Yeah, man. Hello?
Yeah. Are you back, man?
Okay,
We were enjoying
Mike?
the conversation. The audience was loving it. Are you okay? I got to ask, are you seriously a Muslim? You're not just trolling?
No, I am. How dare you say that? No, I am.
Okay. Just
But
checking. Just wanna make
Mr.
sure.
Mike, I want to say something to you, okay? I will say, okay, you got me there, okay, man. I'm
Okay.
sorry for calling you kafir, okay, man.
That's very honest of you. I appreciate that.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No worries.
Okay, I will go now, man.
All right. Well, I appreciate you coming back and clarifying. It was very nice of you. Arif, are you there? Arif? Arif? He's yes, he's checking. I asked, are you a Muslim? And he's like, I got to check. So he's checking if he's a Muslim, ladies and gentlemen. He's got to check this stuff. I'll check that too. Huh. I left Islam on day one, ladies and gentlemen. Came out and said, yep, this religion's not for me, and I left, never reverting. Definitely not doing that. So, Arif, are you there? If not, I'm going to close this out because I'm tired. Arif going once. Arif going twice. Harifa Davici. All right. If you guys have any more super chats, put them in. If not, I'm just going to close this out. I got nothing more to really say here. I'm still pretty exhausted from my trip. But yeah, there's just no evidence of Muhammad in the Bible. No Muslims can really show this. And that's just the way it is. I don't have to tell anyone. The passages they use, as you can see, they're just bad, man. They're just really bad. So anyway, thanks for coming, everyone. I'll see you guys Monday when we'll be streaming again. I have no idea what that's going to be on, but we'll do something. Something, yeah. Anyway, take care, everyone. We will see you guys next time. You made it to the end of this video, which means this message matters to you. If you want to see more content like this reaching people for Christ, you can help make it happen. Your support makes these videos possible. Click the link below and donate today. And if you want to go even deeper, consider joining our Patreon community. You'll get early access to videos, behind-the-scenes content, and a place to connect with others passionate about this mission.